So when we come to the Pope, many still think he is just a religious leader without any significance, or maybe he have a couple of million or a billion people under his rule, but it goes way further. So when the Pope is even promoting the World Economic Forum, artificial intelligence, robotics, and innovations must contribute to the service of humanity. When he invests in environment, in the whole jabbing stuff, the Great Reset, yeah, he's just here and supporting the whole globalist agenda. We have to see that we have to put that also in other videos. For the ones who have seen them, we will repeat it here. He is the only one who have the triple crown today. So even the Queen of England, or no matter who, he is the only one who have the Fisher ring to seal stuff like a king. And this, even if he give up, he don't wear it anymore at the moment. But this is what they say, Vicar of Christ, Father of the King, Father of the Kings, yeah, Governor of the world. Even if the world is illusionary, here, while the people are still in there. So again, this is the whole fish cult of the Babylonian, Assyria fish cult. They have still the same hats. And of course, the whole Catholic Egyptian is all the same pharaoh that are still in charge. And again, the power is not invisible. There is no deep state or something hidden in the whole power structure or even what they are doing. Everything is visible here, and people just get distracted. So again, this crown is the tiara, is the Pope's crown. There are more than 20 actual papal tiaras in existence over a period of about 1,000 years until recently. Each Pope was crowned with a tiara at his coronation. The triple power of the Pope, Father of King, Governor of the world, and Vicar of Christ. But it goes further. Tiara formed three crowns, symbolize the triple power here. Yeah, this we have. And the only one who had a four-layer crown was the King Suleiman, though the Suleiman the Magnificent. And again, all them, they only have the tree. This is the tree, and he have created the Kanun law, and they are here to represent the Canon law. So again, this whole Mitra stuff is all a representation of the power in place. Here it goes further. The Roman Decretalia. The Pope is the head of the Catholic Church, the head directed by the body. This is also, he is the head and the Church is the body. And we will see who is the neck. The Roman Decretalia is an authoritative work in the Roman ecclesiastic law. Each Pope, when invested with the succession, declares the papal decretals to be true. Decretalia ascribe power to the Pope to change God's law or any other law. Pope can change God's law. So anyone who think God's law comes from God, well, he changed it. So there is no God here, there is a Pope. He can pronounce sentence and judgments in contradiction to the right of nations and to the law of God and man. He can free himself from the commands of the apostles, he being the superior, and from the rules of the Old Testament. So he don't even have to accept this whole scripture, who are all the slaves under are there. So you can read, again, the links are here. The Pope has power to change time to abrogate laws and to dispense with all things, even the precept of Christ. The Pope will stand for reason. He can dispense above the law and or wrong make by correction and changing laws. So nobody can charge the Pope of anything. The Pope is free from all law, so that he cannot incur any sentence of irregularity, suspension, excommunication, or penalty, or any crime. That's the Roman Decretalia. In the Papal Ecclesiastic Online, we can read, furthermore, we declare, we proclaim, we define that it is absolutely necessary for salvation that every human creature be subject to the Roman Pontiff. He is the king of all man on earth. As soon as we agree with the system or we use the system, the Pope is above everything. They are putting them in place. It is all visible. And we have said it all the time. So the Pope puts human rights. Yeah, he is also for the human rights. That's also, before it was the God's law, now it is about the human rights. And that human is nothing better than a person, just an ego-driven person who thinks that's under the name of human, he is free. But the human is an accepted man that is within the system. In one of the most anticipated stops of his US tour, Pope Benedict told the UN General Assembly that the right encoded in the UN 1948 Universal Declaration of Human Rights apply to everyone by virtue of the common origin of the person who remains in the high point of God's creative design for the world and for history. So again, the whole human rights and the whole humanist is to put human in front of everything, above everything. They are based on the natural law, and now it comes. We had exposed that already many times. The natural law is coming from the Pope in itself. They made the natural law. They stand above everything. So if people claim natural law, they agree again with the Pope. They are based on the natural law inscribed in human hearts and present a different culture and civilization, he said. Again. So we have the head, the Pope, and the body, the church, and we have the Black Pope as in the neck. The Jesuits are the original men in black. And here we can see their salute, here we can see their symbol is present since all the time. And just let's look into what they are really up to. So he just wear the crown, but there are others, of course, behind. The Jesuits are a military organization, not a religious order. Their chief is a general of an army, not the mere father abbot of monastery. And the aim of this organization is power. Power in its most despotic exercise, absolutely power, universal power, power to control the world by the volition of a single man. Jesuitism is the most absolute despotism, at the same time the greatest and most enormous of abuse. Napoleon. So the Jesuit went as missionary everywhere. South America, America, giving people, Indians, clothes with pesticides in it, so they get ill, and so on. So these are the Templars. These are the following. When the Templars get burned on a Friday 13th, they just come up with the Jesuits. So the Jesuit order is a military order and go everywhere, no matter where. And all these orders are, of course, they have all these different orders, and this is a huge organization from the Catholic Church. And they have this beride of beride of a cadaver, a corpse. So they have to be like dead. They don't feel anything. They don't think. They just, and they give up. The Jesuits have indoctrination. The one they say you can't. Once you are indoctrinated in this Jesuit stuff, you can't get away from